Welcome to a contemplation that transcends time, a practice that the Stoics championed and sages across centuries have echoes. Meditate on mortality. In this journey, we'll unravel the profound wisdom hidden within this seemingly morbid reflection and how it can illuminate the path to a more fulfilling and purposeful existence. The idea of contemplating mortality might initially evoke discomfort or even fear. However, the Stoics viewed this practice not as a harbinger of dread, but as a profound tool for living a more intentional life. At its core, meditating on mortality is an invitation to embrace the impermanence of our existence and to recognize the ephemeral nature of life itself. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wrote in his Meditations, "You could leave life right now, let that determine what you do and say and think." This sentiment encapsulates the Stoic approach to meditating on mortality, a call to infuse every action, word, and thought with the awareness that our time here is finite. Imagine two hourglasses, one overflowing with grains of sand, the other nearly empty. The former represents the illusion of endless time, while the latter signifies the reality of our limited existence. Meditating on mortality is akin to turning the hourglass and acknowledging that our time is gradually slipping away. This practice isn't meant to induce despair. Instead, it's a catalyst for profound introspection. Picture yourself at the end of your life, looking back. What would you regret? What would you cherish? This contemplation allows you to sift through the trivialities of life, discerning what truly holds value. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, wrote extensively on this topic, urging us to live as though each moment were our last. He said, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life." This preparation isn't about embracing a fatalistic outlook, but rather about embracing life with a newfound vigor and purpose. Meditating on mortality is a reminder that life's clock is ticking, a clarion call to prioritize what truly matters. Consider the mundane worries that consume our days, the trivial arguments, the pursuit of material possessions. Through the lens of mortality, these concerns fade into insignificance, making room for deeper contemplation. The Stoics believed that by acknowledging our mortality, we cultivate gratitude for the present moment. Each sunrise, each embrace, each laugh becomes a precious gift, reminding us of life's fleeting beauty. Picture a sunset, the sky ablaze with hues of gold and crimson. Its beauty is amplified by its transience, urging us to cherish it before it fades into darkness. Moreover, meditating on mortality fosters a sense of urgency, an urgency to live authentically, to pursue our passions, to mend fractured relationships. It ignites a fire within us, a fire that propels us towards a life of meaning and significance. The practice of memento mori, Latin for remember that you must die, is an embodiment of this philosophy. It's not about dwelling on morbidity, but about embracing the fullness of life with an acute awareness of its impermanence. The ancient Stoics would often keep reminders of mortality, a skull, an hourglass, as symbols to prompt this contemplation. In the face of mortality, we confront the inevitability of death. The Stoics believed that recognizing death as an inescapable reality liberated us from the fear of it. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, remarked, "He who fears death will never do anything worth of a man who is alive." This profound insight urges us to transcend the fear of death and instead focus on living a life of virtue and purpose. Meditating on mortality isn't about abandoning responsibilities or disregarding the future. Instead, it's a catalyst for living more deliberately, aligning our actions with our values, fostering deeper connections, and savoring life's moments with profound gratitude. In a world where we often push thoughts of mortality to the periphery, the practice of meditating on our finite existence emerges as a guiding light, a beacon of wisdom that encourages us to live with authenticity, purpose, and gratitude. So as you navigate the labyrinth of existence, remember this ancient wisdom. Meditate on your mortality, embrace the impermanence of life, live with purpose and urgency, and discover the profound richness that arises when we acknowledge the transient beauty of our existence. In this reflection lies the pathway to a life of depth, significance, and enduring fulfillment.